Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Silas back again today, and it is time for a junkyard treasure hunt. It's been a while. I haven't had any cars coming in because prices have been so low, and what few cars have been coming in from the impounds and things like that, my dad has been bringing out to his yard, and he's been the one going through them, and he's been finding all the cool stuff, and so I haven't got to dig through cars in quite a while. But right now, my dad's busy, so he had him haul the cars over here. I actually have a little bit of room. Not long ago, this road was completely full, and then I emptied it out, and now it's almost full again. Story of my life, but it won't take long to clear it back out again. But before I come in here with the loader and start grabbing these cars and yanking them out and pulling the wheels and converters and all that good stuff, I'm going to take a quick look through them, see what's in them. I don't know if we'll find anything good or not. They're actually supposed to bring me about 3 or 4 more. If those come in while I'm still filming, I'll go ahead and film those too. Otherwise, I think there's about 13 cars here, 14 cars here, something like that, plus 2 motorcycles. So I guess we'll see if we find anything good. I haven't really looked through them. I just kind of looked through the windows, and that was about it. That being said, let's get to it. First up on the list, we've got a fine looking little Saturn right here. Now this car here, I actually already started recording and then I realized I didn't have a microphone plugged in. But anyway, this door's locked, the passenger door is locked. So I do have video of me throwing that thing right through this back window back here. And then after I did that, I remembered like a dummy, the locking mechanism is all the way at the front of these doors. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and knock out this window as well. And that's gonna put glass all over right where I'm gonna be in there, which it doesn't bother me. I'm used to it, but it does bother the people in the comments. So if you have an issue with that, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't really have time to get a Slim Jim and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna knock this window out and get inside. Bingo. Now I got it. See if there's anything good. Oh, pair of sunglasses. It's a junky pair of sunglasses, but it's junkyard treasure, so we'll go ahead and hang on to those. See if we find anything else in here. Now, just for reference, I check everywhere in these things. I check glove boxes, I check center consoles, I check the visors, I check the ashtrays, I check under the seats. I usually pull the back seat out, check under it as well. I check everywhere in these cars. However, I don't always film every single spot that I check because that would be super, super boring and the video would be 2 hours long. So, if you don't see me check a spot, don't worry, I did check that spot. Some sort of funky lizard. That's kind of interesting looking. And it looks like a license plate down here. See if we can get that out. Bunch of wire hangers. Looks like there's an envelope down there. Now, envelopes, I have to be careful. I can't just open those up on camera because I don't want to show anybody's address. So I'll get that out. If it's anything interesting, I'll show it. If not, we won't worry about that. And this is all I found in this one. Got a license plate, a lizard, a pen, and a pair of broken sunglasses. So no money or nothing in there, but at least it's something. Next up on the list, we have a Chrysler minivan. Or Plymouth or Dodge, whatever it is. This in here is pretty nasty inside, so we're not going to do a whole lot of digging. In my experience, usually if they're like this inside, there's nothing good anyway, and there's no reason to get all nasty for no reason. Looks like we got a couple coins right here. Yep, there's a nickel. And here's a dime, it looks like, and a penny. Well, at least we found some money. That penny's probably too far gone to save, but we'll throw it out in the road one of these days and drive over it for a while. And I know everybody's like, oh, if you put it in this or put it in that and polish it with a toothbrush, it's a penny. I'm not doing all that effort. What I do with these like this is I throw them like that, I drive over it, and in a month from now, I'll find it again, and all the corrosion will be gone. Next up on the list, we've got a Nissan all the way from Illinois. I'll be sure to pull those license plates off of there before I crush it. Locked. That one's unlocked. See, now this car here, this one might have some good stuff in it. You can see how it's dirty inside. There's stuff everywhere, but it's not nasty inside. There's a big difference. In fact, I see a penny, or 2 pennies, right down there. So, oh, here's a phone. All right, we're already into the phones. What do we got here? An iPhone? Nice. I don't know what model it is. It looks like one of the cheaper models with just the plain Jane camera, but still, I haven't found an iPhone, a newer iPhone in a car. I don't think ever. I found some old iPhones before, but that's actually kind of cool. Okay, folks, I was so worried about the iPhone. Right beside it, I did not see this. He went to Jared. See if there's anything in it. He went to Jared, but he didn't leave anything for me. I don't know why, but I always get excited when I find these little bank envelopes. Only have I ever found money in these one time, ever. But I find them all the time and they never have anything in them. Well, I take that back. Every now and then I find change in them. Like if they cash their paycheck and there was 42 cents left over, a lot of times people will pull out the cash and leave the change in them. But actual cash I've only found one time. All right, I cleaned all the trash off of this seat and it looks like we got a bunch of money here. Got 1 quarter, 1 penny, 2 quarters, 2, 3, 4 pennies. Let's move this out of the way. Yeah, I'll definitely pop this seat up here in just a second. But before we continue, you guys know I find quite a few wallets in these cars. Sometimes they're empty, sometimes they have stuff in them. But you know, I've never really found a wallet quite like this one right here. Check this thing out. Very, very nice. I love that Damascus look to it. Yes, this is a sponsored video by Ridge, but I use this wallet every single day and I have for several months now. I love this wallet. It's very durable. It's comfortable to wear in your pocket. When I go places and I pay for stuff, I'm always getting compliments on it. People asking me where I got it. You can carry up to 12 cards in it. I actually only carry, I think, 4 cards, 3 cards, and 2 licenses. On the back side, it's got a money clip so you can put some cash in there. Here's the deal. Christmas is right around the corner, and if you've got somebody, you don't have a clue what to get them. Super simple, super sleek. And not only do they have wallets, but they also have key cases, which are a great gift as well because they have more of a sleek design and you don't have to worry about keys jingling around in your pocket. On top of all that, right now you can save up to 40% through December 22nd. You just go to ridge.com/adventures. That's ridge.com/adventures. I'll put a link in the description below. You can save some money, get somebody a really cool Christmas present, or maybe you can get yourself a cool Christmas present. Thanks again to Ridge for making this video possible. Let's get back to digging in these cars. All right, I pulled the tabs. I have not lifted it up yet. We'll do that together. If I can get that side to cooperate one-handed. There we go. That looks like some money. I see a penny, I think that's a penny, and a dime. That's about it looks like. All right, so that one is actually a dime, and then I found a quarter in there as well, kind of bunched up underneath those seat belts. So, not too bad. You know, I was just thinking, I'm not going to have time for lunch today, and it would sure be cool if I could get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry. I never had time for breakfast either. And then I found that underneath the seat, so definitely an answered prayer there. I bet those will be absolutely delicious. I'm joking. Please don't take me serious. I figured I better qualify that. Now this seat here is kind of interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody use a styrofoam cup for an ashtray. Doesn't really seem safe. I don't know what this is. Courtesy door light. Oh, it's one of those ones that you open up your door and it puts something down on the ground. Oh, they're actually in there still. Huh. I wonder what the image is. I have no clue. It doesn't say what it is. It says for Nissan, so I'm assuming that it's just a Nissan logo, but it's hard telling. I'll have to put batteries in those and try them out sometime. Let's keep digging. Got some off. Mosquitoes don't ever bother me. And last but not least, we found a pencil, so nothing much in there. There we go. I got the front door open. We'll kind of look through here. I saw this sticking out, some sort of charging cord. I have no clue what that goes to. I do see a bunch of personal information laying in here with names and addresses, so we're kind of have to be careful as we go through this. I may have to cut and stop quite a few times. Looks like we got 2 lonely pennies down there. Kind of lift up the floor mats, if I can get them off. Stuck. There we go. Nope, nothing in the front. Here's another pen. That pen's kind of grody. And then we found a dime. Obviously, I covered everything up, but there's a check in here for $267.96. So that's kind of crazy. And then there's this here. I don't know what this is. Bite? I have no clue. It's just one of those teeth whiteners and all the stuff's already gone out of the box. Threw all the paperwork on the floor. Found some more change. Found an empty lighter. And it looks like a cord of some sort. Looks like an iPhone cord. Check this. Oh, that's clear full of money and stuff. I guess I'll have to dig through that. Before we do that though, I'm going to see where this cord... Oh, there's a dime right there I missed. There we go. Okay, anyway, let's open this up. See what's in here. There's another phone right there. Are you serious, guys? What is this one? That looks like an iPhone 11. Is that 11? I'm not sure. That is pretty cool, though. 2 iPhones, 2 newer iPhones in one car. I gotta say, that's pretty sick. I go from no iPhones to 2 iPhones. Let's keep it going, see what else we can find. Whole bunch of money. What's this? Oh, some sort of air freshener stick. This is for a local bowling alley here. They've got an arcade zone as well. This is what they use in the arcade zone. So my kids love going there, so I'll have to see if there's any money on this or any tickets or whatever they call it. A couple more of those. Oh, see? I just told you guys that sometimes they have money in them. Only one time have I ever found cash in them, but I find change in them. There's change in here. Not a whole lot of change, but a little bit counts. Here's another one here, and it's full of change as well. Not a ton of money, but, you know, it all adds up. Okay, let's see if we can figure out where this cord goes. Oh man, a bunch more stuff. What do we got here? I have no clue who that is. Cans. Looks like a bunch of trash, but it looks like there's a little bit of money in here, but here's this cord. I'll have to take that home, see if it works. I found one of these deals, these lug nut removers. Those are always super handy to have. These things break so easy because they're so thin walled. If you torque down those locking lug nuts, which I guess it doesn't even go to this car. But I mean, I still use these all the time for locking lug nuts. And if you torque them down too hard or something like that, you'll crack these and then they're useless. See if there's anything else in here. Oh, I see $1. It's had a hard life, but I think the bank will still take it. So we're up into the cash now. See if there's anything else in there. There's a really nasty nickel that we're going to leave right there. And in fact, I think the rest of that stuff's going to stay right where it's at. Okay, we started digging in this one here. I already found 2 cards. I found a Panda Express gift card. I'll have to check that out. And behind that is a Cash App card. And I don't know if there's anything on that or not. I'm not going to show that on here because I don't need anybody stealing his money if it's still connected. Whenever I do find credit cards or debit cards that are still active, I always make sure to cut them up into little pieces just to make sure nobody can ever use them. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a little vape canister of some sort. Don't need that. Not sure. 5-hour energy. Looks like a whole bunch of money. I'm just going to have to just dig all that out of there and see what there is. Okay, I don't know how much money in there. I have no clue how much that is. But I'm guessing just by the number of quarters I found that there's probably somewhere around $5 or $6, maybe $7 there. I did find an actual AirPod in there as well. Just one though. Didn't find the case or the other one. So I still have to look underneath the seats. And it's hard to tell. Maybe something's in the trunk as well. Well, I laid upside down and the only thing I found underneath the seat was 3 lonely nickels. I'm going to go over to the passenger side, check the glove box underneath that seat. And then after that, I think this car's about done. This has been a really good car. Okay, so I opened up the glove box and there was a ton of personal information laying right there. So I can't show that part. But behind all that stuff, we've got 2 cases. I don't know if there's anything in them. Let's get them out real quick. This in here feels pretty empty. This one feels probably about half full, I'm guessing. But they're 45 auto. I don't have a 45 auto. Let's see how much is in here. Yeah, see, there's not much in this one, just a handful. Let's check this one out. But man, this stuff's expensive anymore. I don't know if you guys have bought any of this stuff lately. But it is not cheap. Full metal jackets. So I may not have a use for this stuff here, but I can trade it to somebody else for a box of something else. Just for the sake of space, I went ahead and consolidated them all down to one box, and now it's almost full. And then I was looking in the glove box, and this is the only other thing I found was the original owner's manual and all the good stuff. With that, I'm going to check under the seat, and I think we're done, other than the trunk. Now the trunk I'm going to do at the very end of this video, so if you want to see what's in there, stick around. I don't want to get the loader out for each and every car, and because the rest of them are all buried down there, but I'll go ahead and open the trunk on this one at the end because I can get it out fairly easy. 3 nickels under the driver's seat and 3 pennies under the passenger seat. So we're done with this car for the time being. Next up, we're going to check whatever this is, some sort of Oldsmobile. See if there's anything good in here. Looks like a bunch of trash. Here's a socket. We'll hang on to that. 5/8, that's a common size. I see a whole bunch of money right up in there already, and then there's a bunch of money in here. We'll see if it's stuck in there. If it's stuck in there, I'm not going to worry about it. It's just pennies, but if it comes out easy, I'll go ahead and save it. Looks like you got a penny up on top. And a whole bunch more pennies down below. What else is in here? Looks like an insurance card. And some broken pieces of jewelry. Kind of neat for junkyard treasure. I found this in there as well. Now, I found one of these a while back. I had no clue what it was. You guys told me it's a vape charger. There was actually 2 of these in that Nissan. I forgot to show you guys. But I have no need for that. Well, there was 2 pennies in here and 1 penny in there I couldn't get out. But I got quite the stash right here. I got all those up in there, and I looked down here, and I realized that's clear full of pennies as well. There was actually a bunch of dimes and nickels in here as well. So it wasn't just pennies in there. Altogether, we're probably up to about $2.50 so far. There's still a few in there, but they're all stuck together and they're super nasty and grimy. So we're gonna leave those in there, but I got all of these out of just that front cup holder there. There were a few that were stuck together as pairs, and so I threw them out here somewhere, yeah, down here. You can kind of see them down there on the ground. We'll worry about those another day. Just found this old Craftsman wrench here in the door pocket. Looks like some gross pins that I don't need in there. Let's see what's down here on the floor. Found a whole bag clear full of pens and a Sharpie and who knows what else in there, and they're all still pretty clean. Look like they'll work fairly good, so we'll hang on to those. The driver's floor was pretty sparse. All we found was 1 penny and a 10mm wrench, but that's okay. I'm always using 10mm, and that's a good one there. It's a good long one. I was checking under the seat, didn't find much, but right over there in that corner underneath the seat a little bit, I found a dime, a nickel, and a penny. I opened up the back door. I found this laying in the back seat. And it's full is the crazy part. Like at first I thought somebody had stolen it off the car or taken it off the car and realized it was empty and left it behind, so it got thrown in the car. But it's full. Now obviously that's not technically junkyard treasure. I mean, I guess it kind of is because I found it inside the car, but that's worth more than everything else I found so far put together. It's looking pretty dirty back here. I'm not going to dig real deep. I do see a penny right there, so I'll grab that. But if I don't see anything else interesting, probably won't mess with the rest of this car. So I did find a few things in there. Found a dime, a nickel, a few pennies, a couple little Hot Wheels. This truck's kind of cool. Red, white, and blue with the flag on it. It's kind of a neat piece there. This in here is kind of dirty, needs washed up. And then I found one of these poppers, and it's actually still full, so I guess we'll see if it works. Happy 4th of July in December. Underneath this back seat is just straight nasty. All sorts of food. Oh, looks like we got a watch. Nothing spectacular, but it makes good junkyard treasure. Didn't find anything else in that one. I guess we'll come over here. We'll check out these motorcycles. I have no clue what the deal is on these motorcycles, why they were abandoned, why they got towed. They came from the impound, so your guess is as good as mine. I don't really see anything anywhere to stash stuff on this one here, maybe underneath the rear seat. This one here has a couple bags on it, so I guess we'll dig through it, see what we find. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. There we go. Looks like it's pretty well just empty. We'll check this one out. Oh, pair of glasses. See what else is in here. There's something in this. What is it? Oh, it's a little imitation AirPod thing, some sort of earbuds. Only one though. I wouldn't put it in my ear anyway. That's kind of gross. Anything else in here? What's in? Oh, looks like a pair of underwear, extra pair of underwear. That's for when you're riding your bike and somebody runs a light in front of you or almost hits you or something like that, and you got to go pull over and change. Didn't find anything on the second one, so looks like that's the only good stuff we got out of here is a pair of, are these in prescription? I can't tell. Yeah, they're prescription glasses, and then a pair of earbuds of some sort. And we'll go on down the line. We got a handful of cars left here. There's something in there. Looks like maybe some speakers, but they're full of glass, so they're probably no good. Oh, it's an axle. It's probably a CV shaft or an axle or something. Nothing I really need. What else is down there? Oh, is that a headlamp? Yeah, it was a headlamp, but it's empty. Nothing in there. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, what do we got here? We got a screwdriver, a couple screwdrivers, a bunch of CDs. What do we got here? Any good stuff? Drake, Dr. Dre. That's it. Don't know what that is. Dave Hoyster. Ghetto Love. Chameleonaire. And Keith Sweat. And another Remember? No, I don't remember. Sorry. Yep, looks like a couple flathead screwdrivers. The only good thing in there. Kind of go through here. Oh, clear full of stuff. Found a bunch more junk CDs. No clue what those are, but I did find this kind of neat Cadillac emblem. And then an 8mm wrench. Not sure if there's anything else good. We'll check the center console. And we've got cash. Cash money. What do we got here? We got a dollar bill. Another dollar bill. Another dollar bill. So that's $3. Anything else in there? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's like mostly quarters. There's actually quite a bit of money right there. Wow. All right, y'all. I just did a rough count, but there's about $25 worth of change there, not counting the cash. That's just insane. Didn't find anything else inside the car, but I walk around the back and I see this in the trunk. Now, I don't think it's any good. Looks like it's been damaged right there. But it does have a Boss amp that may or may not be good. I don't know. And then the box itself might be usable. I don't know. And maybe the speaker's repairable. I really don't know. I don't know much about these. I've got a guy that helps me sometimes, and he likes all this type of stuff. So I'll just give these to him. And if they're good, he can sell them. If they're not, then whatever. Let's go on to the next one. We got a Ford Ranger. Now, I like these Euro Rangers just because they have 4, sometimes 5 catalytic converters on them. And they're usually high dollar converters too. Now, this in here looks pretty cleaned out. Yeah, somebody swept this thing clean. I don't see anything in there at all. I'll check under the seats and stuff, lay upside down, but I don't expect to find anything in this one. Well, I found 3 lonely pennies. That was about it. Everything's coming in pairs of 3 today. I found $3. I found 3 nickels. Found 3 pennies. Only found 2 iPhones though, so I guess maybe there's a third one somewhere. What do we got here? We got a Honda and a Chevy truck. Check these out. Anything good? Not seeing much. Looks like there's a quarter laying down there. So I guess that's something. Didn't find anything else inside the truck, but there is a dime and a penny inside of here. We'll check the Honda. Well, we got a quarter laying right here, front and center for us. This doesn't come up, does it? Let's see if there's anything in here. Bunch of miscellaneous garbage. That was all in that one. Man, y'all striking out. We were doing so good there for a minute, and now we're finding a penny and a quarter and another quarter. Not much at all. Got these two here, one back behind me, and then one they just dropped off a minute ago. I'll see if there's anything good. This in here looks pretty cleaned out. That seems to be the story of minivans. Either they're super clean inside or they're just straight nasty inside. Here's a little Mercury. The door is clear full of envelopes. Let's see if there's any money in them. Nope, those are all completely empty. Not a thing in those. Anything under the seats, under the floor mats. Looks like a penny. Yep, one lonely penny. There's a few pennies down inside the center console, but I can't get them out. Nothing under the seats. Here's a couple packs of matches. Let's see if there's anything in there. That one's empty. What I always do when I find matches, or lighters for that matter, is I take them out of the car as matches. What I'll do is I'll just light one match and burn the rest of them up. That way I don't have to worry about kids coming out here and hopping the fence and burning the place down. We got this car over here. Now these cars that are back here, a couple of the trunks are open, but this one and the little Mercury, the trunks are not open on them. I can't get in them. I doubt there's anything in them, just judging by the rest of the car. Like this one here looks pretty well empty. We'll look through it, but when I crush these cars, I'll be sure to rip the trunks open, but we're not going to do that today. Nope, nothing under the seats, nothing nowhere in that car. Not even one penny. I almost forgot about this one here. Hyundai Veracruz. We got a dime. See if there's anything. Oh, there's a nickel. If I can get to it. Dime and a nickel. That's all that's in the back. Let's check the front. Anything good? Another owner's manual. See, this one's in that nice case again. This one might be worth something. We'll save that one. Look it up later. We'll check the ashtray or whatever this is. Oh, ashtray is clear full of money. There we go. Not a lot in there, but looks like maybe 50 cents. Looks like a couple dimes in there. Close that. Open this up. Anything in there? Looks like one lonely penny. Oh, there's a dime in there too, so a dime and a penny. Not bad. Check this console. Nothing. And some Taco Bell sauce. Wendy's drink. The key. Don't need that. And it looks like a penny. And there's some. Oh, and it looks like a ring. Is it anything good? I kind of doubt it, but we'll look it up anyway. Nope, it's a nothing. Nothing precious anyway. What is that? Oh, it's a frog. I see what that is now. I was trying to figure out what it was. Huh. That's kind of neat. It'd be good in the junkyard treasure. And last but not least, we have a Ford Crown Vic. Unless they drop something else off while we're going through this one. Got a whole bunch of cassettes. Cajun Memories. Just what I always wanted to listen to. Nothing yet. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I don't know if there's anything good though. What do we got up here? We got a penny in here. A real a penny with a cross cut in it. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Somebody had to work hard to do that. What else we got? We got a Pokemon card, Pelipper. Huh. Do not use back passenger window. Needs new regulator. That's typical for these. This is all I found in the back seat. Brand new thing of antifreeze and a set of jumper cables. I would never depend on those cables. They're just too low grade, but they make good scrap copper wire. Well guys, that's all the cars. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and grab the loader, dig out that Nissan. It's just a few cars back here behind. Open the trunk on that since we found so much good stuff inside the car. Maybe there's something in the trunk. And then after that, we'll go over all the other stuff that we found. There we go. I got it popped open. Let's see what's in there. Oh my, it is clear full. It's hard telling what's in here. Clear full of blankets and I don't know what all's in here. Clothes. More clothes and towels. Pair of shoes. It's empty. Great big pillow. That's a soft pillow. Dog harness. More blankets. Looks like a couple pennies down here. Penny and a penny. Some more clothes. Seagrams. Oh, there's a dime. And I heard money rattling around in this. Yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of money in the end of this bag for some reason. They probably got groceries or whatever and just threw the change in the bag. And some sort of little bag with a mask in it. A whole bunch of masks. Yeah, I don't really know what that is. Is that a Tommy Hilfiger? I don't know. It's in pretty good shape. It might be worth something. I guess we'll save it for now. You guys know me. I can't find stuff like this and not make a mess with it. Now, it's not very hot outside. Normally, I like to shake this stuff up and then break it. But we'll do the best we can do with what we've been given. There we go. I love making messes. You know, the inside of this car was clear full of good stuff, and the trunk was kind of disappointing. But we did find a little bit of money, so I guess it was almost worth it. Alright guys, I got everything laid out back here behind me. We're going to go through it, see what we found. I did go ahead and count the catalytic converter as junkyard treasure. You know, I didn't pull it off the car. It was just laying inside the car, so I think it counts as junkyard treasure. I did look it up. It's only about a $250 one. It's not one of the real high dollar ones. But somebody already did the work for me, so that's pretty neat. I have no clue where to even start on this stuff, so I guess I'll start with some of the big stuff at the back. Found the brand new thing of antifreeze, the jumper cables. Found the Boss amp. I don't know if it's any good. Like I said, that and this came together. This speaker's a little on the rough side, but you know what? I'm just going to give them away anyway. Beggars can't be choosers. Found a couple little owner's manuals. Oh, here's that iPhone cord before I forget. It's not much good. I'm probably just going to throw it back in the car. But here's a couple owner's manuals. I found the 45. What size was that? Yeah, 45 auto. About a little over half full, maybe 3/4 full. I found a whole bunch of pens. Bunches of pens and pencils and that sort of stuff. I just put them all in one bag. I'll go through them later, see which ones work, which ones don't. Of course, I've got my license plate here that was laying in the car. I found a ton of money. I think this may be the most change I've ever found in a video. This might be a record right here. I think altogether, I didn't count it exact. Obviously, I'm kind of in a hurry, so I just rough counted it. But there's almost $50 worth of change here. There's about $44, $45, somewhere around there. So that's definitely pretty cool. We've got a couple pair of glasses, a prescription pair, and a pair of sunglasses. Got a little menagerie of tools here. Actually, a few good ones here. I got a couple flathead screwdrivers. I can always use those. I got a 10mm 1/2" 9/16 and an 8mm a socket. I don't remember what size. Oh, 5/8 socket, and then my little lug nut remover. Then over here, I've got my funky little lizard. I don't really know why I saved that, but I did, so it is what it is. I've got this alley card. I need to see if there's anything on that still. I found the guy's Cash App card here behind it. I need to cut that up later. I looked up the Panda Express card. Guess how much you think was on this? Let me know in the comments. We'll come back to that in just a minute. We found the little door lights. I don't really know what those are or if I even want those. Probably don't, but I don't know. I just saved them anyway. Of course, we found $4 in cash, $3 $1 in that one car, and $1 that's all tore up in that other car. We found the funky little penny with the cross cut in it. We found the little frog ring. We found the little cross. I found a rabies tag. I forgot to show that on camera when I found that, but I figured, you know what, why not? Found the little neat Cadillac emblem, and then whatever this was, I don't know. It's junkyard treasure. Can't be picky. Of course, we found the imitation AirPods, and then we found the real AirPod. I don't know if that's a Pro or if that's a what it is. I don't know what model that is. It's probably not worth anything anyway. Then we found the little Pelipper card, and then, of course, my favorite items have to be these two iPhones. Now, I don't know if they turn on or not. I'll take them home and see if they turn on. If they're unlocked, they're probably locked. I'm guessing they usually are. But even just for scrap value, it's kind of neat. Or junkyard treasure. This in here, I actually had this exact phone at one point in time. But you know, it's just the novelty of knowing that I found a couple late model iPhones in a car. Okay, back to this card here. What do you guys think is on this card? I looked it up, and normally I find gift cards in these cars, and they're usually almost always completely empty. Every now and then they have like $1.19 left on them, or 42 cents, or something stupid like that. I looked this one up. It's got $25 on it still, so I'm eating good tonight. I could not believe it. I was really thrilled when I found that. So actually, money-wise, there's quite a bit of value worth of stuff here. Quite an assortment of cool stuff, and really, most of this stuff came out of about 4 cars. A bunch of those cars we looked at today were almost completely empty. Some of them were empty. There was nothing at all in them, maybe a couple pennies, if that. But then other cars had tons of stuff, like the Cadillac and the Nissan were definite bangers. But anyway, let me know which of these is your favorite item in the comments, and tell me which one of these you like the best. I'm going to have to go through and gather all this up now. I'm going on another adventure this afternoon to pick up an old truck way outside of town. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go by a convenience store and wash my hands because they're kind of on the gross side. Scrub those down real good, get me something to eat, get me something to drink, and hit the road. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a minute since I've done a treasure hunt video, and I apologize for that. Hopefully more cars come in and I can do another one soon, but you guys know I'm kind of at the mercy of whatever comes in. If I don't get good cars in with good stuff in them, then I can't really make treasure hunt videos. But it worked out for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Tell other people about it. Share it. Usually these videos are pretty popular, but the only way this video will be popular is if you guys help boost it. I really appreciate you guys watching all my stuff I put out. Stay tuned. I don't know what's happening next, but there's always something going on out here. And just a real quick plug, don't forget about my second channel. If you like more of the adventure type stuff and less of the car stuff, then be sure to go check that one out as well. There will be links in the description for these things that I've talked about. Go check them out. And as always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Remember to get out there, find an adventure, and maybe you can even do a little bit of treasure hunting. We'll see you next time.